Good morning, all saints. It is Monday morning of March. Tomorrow is the Ides of March. I just thought of that. I hope that you had a lovely weekend. We had a wonderful visit from Bishop Carly Hughes at All Saints yesterday, a community meeting in which she listened as those who wished to shared an answer to the question, "How are you?" And it's easy to see in gatherings such as that with many people who have not been around much for a couple of years, or we've only seen through the mediation of a screen or with masks or in very limited numbers. But a lot has changed in 2 years, and it's been a hard 2 years, no matter what circumstance one finds oneself in life. So it was good to hear from the congregation, good to hear from the bishop. We had a good meeting with her as a vestry. And of course, we celebrated the Eucharist and heard her message to the children as well as to all of us. So I am very grateful to Bishop Hughes for her time, her love, her care for all of her congregations. And yesterday, that love came to All Saints. Last evening, we had a confirmation class. We have, I think I've told you, a class of 4 adults who are to be confirmed into the church on, or to have their making an adult confession of faith is what it is. So they're going to be confirmed in May. And one of the we were talking about my favorite subject, which is the Book of Common Prayer. And a lot of the scripture contained in the prayer book is from the Psalms. It is part of our daily worship. And so we talked a bit about that, and that the Psalms cover just about every human condition that there is. There's the Psalms of praise and Psalms of lament, Psalms of anger and cursing when you are in a position of vulnerability. And so we talked a bit about that. We talked about our favorite psalms, and it occurs to me that because we say a psalm on Sundays every week, that for many of us, we may not be aware that there is a schedule of psalms that if you read a certain portion of the Psalter, as it's called, every day, you will go through the Psalter every month. So it's a monthly reading of the 150 Psalms. So if you look in a book of common prayer, it will, on Psalm 1, it will say morning prayer day 1. And so the first 5 Psalms are for morning prayer day 1. And then I think it's the next 3 that are for evening prayer day 1. And if you follow that schedule, you will go through all of the Psalms in a month's time. And for those for whom carving out prayer time or doing a full daily office or whatever it is, maybe, or for whom that whatever prayer custom you have, if it feels stale or it feels like you're not being nurtured or you're having trouble connecting with God or whatever it is, reading through the Psalms through a month or a couple of months, or maybe as just as your practice, can be a good way of not only learning the Psalms, but also of finding yourself in the Psalms. So there, it never ceases. Whatever the psalm happens to be for the day, it's something that I think most of us can find our place in it. So this morning in morning prayer, there were 3 psalms on the rota, beginning with 56. I'm going to read actually 57 from Psalter, the St. Helena Psalter. It was a translation by the Society of St. Helena that is tries to soften out the male-dominated language and make it a bit more inclusive and expansive. So this is Psalm 57 from the St. Helena Psalter. Be merciful to me, O God, be merciful, for I have taken refuge in you. In the shadow of your wings will I take refuge until this time of trouble has gone by. I will call upon you, O Most High, you who maintain my cause. You will send from heaven and save me. You will confound those who trample upon me. You will send forth your love and faithfulness. I lie in the midst of lions that devour the people. Their teeth are spears and arrows, their tongue a sharp sword. They have laid a net for my feet, and I am bowed low. They have dug a pit before me, but have fallen into it themselves. Exalt yourself above the heavens, O God, and your glory over all the earth. My heart is firmly fixed, O God. My heart is fixed. I will sing and make melody. Wake up, my spirit, awake, lute and harp. I myself will waken the dawn. I will confess you among the peoples, O God. I will sing praise to you among the nations. For your loving kindness is greater than the heavens, and your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. Exalt yourself above the heavens, O God, and your glory over all the earth. Beautiful words to begin a day. So I commend the Psalms to you, all 150 of them. Maybe begin your practice and let me know how it goes. But you will find prayer, you will find comfort, you will find words that express things that you might not otherwise find words for. Tonight we will be here for Compline at 7:30, evening prayer on Wednesday at 6:30, and I will be back here Thursday morning with something else to have to say. So until then, I hope you have a wonderful week, and my prayers and love are with you all.